Hello everyone, welcome back to Hope Worldwide. So today I thought I will discuss a topic from psychiatry and psychology. It's a very simple topic. It's about mental health. Okay. So mental health is a repeatedly asked question like characteristics of mental health, concept of mental health. Okay. So it can be actually studied under psychiatry, psychology, then community medicine. Okay, so even some of the B.Ed courses also you will have under educational psychology also you study the same topic, right? So how do we define mental health? So when you consider the meaning of mental health, is it only when you can't say that when you don't have any mental illness you are mentally healthy. Okay, so that's why WHO has stated a beautiful definition on mental health. Okay, so here I would like to tell meaning of mental health is not just merely the absence of mental disorders. Okay, so when you look at WHO definition of mental health is a state of well-being. Okay, so where the person is happy, getting adjustable. Okay, so with society, with the circumstances where he live or she lives. So it's a state of well-being and able to cope up with the daily stresses of life. Yeah, so of course you can't ever imagine a life without stress, anxiety and frustration. So when you are able to cope up with daily stresses, work productively, and one more is very important is what when the person is able to contribute to the society. Okay, so this is what is the definition of mental health. Once again I'll repeat, according to WHO, mental health is defined as a state of well-being where an individual is able to address or understand or get adjusted with the issues or daily life stresses, work productively and contribute to the society is called as what? Mental health. Okay, that means the ultimate meaning is it's not just if you don't have mental disorders, you can't say that you are mentally healthy. Like as I said, in our daily life we have two different things that disturb us. One is anxiety, future oriented, right? What's going to happen? One is frustration, something we wanted to achieve and we failed to achieve that. That's state is called as frustration. When you are able to normalize it and get adjusted with the situation, then you are at mental health. Okay, so that's about definition of mental health. Come to concept of mental health. So what are the different concepts that we can discuss? Of course, like mental health is, that's what I said, same meaning you can write it here. Mental health is not merely the absence of disease or mental health problems, right? Second thing, mental health is influenced by physical health. So what is that called in psychology? We call it as psychosomatic unit. Psychosomatic unit. That means connection between body and mind. Okay. Now, mental health is influenced by multifactorial concept. What do you mean by multifactorial? There are various factors that can have an emphasis or that can have an influence on our mental health, like what? Society or your own confidence level, sometimes internal factors and external factors. Okay, environmental factors, ecology also will have an impact on what? Mental health, economic factors. Yeah, so all these are some of the concepts of mental health. Okay, so now fourth one is about what? Mental health can be promoted by mental hygiene. What is mental hygiene? What measures are you taking to foster your mental health would be called as mental hygiene, like going for a counseling or sometimes sharing your problems with somebody else. Okay, so we are human beings, like when you are actually we seek for any kind of activities or any kind of recreational activities that can make us happy. So that example of what? Mental hygiene. Okay, so example, counseling is the perfect example for mental hygiene. All right, relaxation techniques, whatever. So apart from these concepts, you can even write related to concept of health, biological concept, of course neuro concept. Okay, so what is that? Neurotransmitters are actually having association with mental health, our emotions and all. You already know ABC of psychology, right? Affective domain, behavioral domain, cognitive domain. So everything is interconnected. So that's all about concept of mental health. Now, very important question, what I would like to help you how to narrate your answer about characteristics of mentally healthy person. Okay, this is quite important. Okay, so essay question, what are the characteristics of mentally healthy person? So what is the first point I would like to tell you here is what mentally healthy person will emphasize on positive attitude. Positive attitude, okay, or getting adopted with the situation. Positive attitude is one of the like, it's not about all the time the person will be very much positive. It's not about that. Understanding in the right way or understanding the scenario in the right way also can be contributing for mental health. Second point, awareness about self-awareness, very important. When you are mentally healthy, we will know our positives and negatives, and our what there is a room for improvement in everyone, right? Otherwise we will actually adopt unhealthy defense mechanisms, sometimes we regret, or regression is not an unhealthy, sometimes it's good, okay, and reaction formation, or suddenly you react to the situation, sometimes like that. Everybody, including me, we always adopt different defense mechanisms. So self-awareness. And next, self-acceptance. The person is able to accept who or what he is or she is, her potentials and weaknesses, okay. Self-acceptance. Now, adjustment with society, positive adjustment, not see, positivity should not become toxic positivity, right? So according to the scenario, according to circumstances where we are living, getting adjusted with that is also one of the characteristics of mental health, mentally healthy person. Next, satisfaction. Okay, this is actually very expensive thing. Whatever we do, when you are not satisfied, I don't think we become mentally healthy, right? I think that's a perfect word. Even in our general living, I think satisfaction is a beautiful word that make us to live comfortably. So when you are mentally healthy, we focus on satisfaction, okay, well satisfied life. Now, for a mentally healthy person, anybody, we get confused with decision making. So when you are mentally healthy, you will have proper clarity how to make a decision or how to resolve an issue. So decision making and problem solving. Decision making and problem solving. Okay. So these are some of the characteristics. I'll just having an overview now. Positive attitude, self-awareness, self-acceptance, adjustment with the society, satisfaction, decision making and problem solving. Okay. Now, on the other side, I would like to discuss next, they may have friends, they will always have good interaction with. So, able to establish good IPR, interpersonal relationship or social interaction. So, man is a social animal, right? So, without human connection, you can't be stigmatized or isolated in the society. So, when you are mentally healthy, we foster better connection, better understanding in the society, okay, having better IPR. Then, very important thing, self-esteem, self-worth. Self-esteem, mentally healthy person will focus on good self-esteem, all right. Next is about self-realization. Self-realization, mentally healthy person will focus on self-realization, okay, understanding, that's what, it's just connected with the awareness, self-awareness, all right. Now, the other one I would like to focus here is about when you are mentally healthy, or see, I said you can't expect a life without stress, without anxiety and frustration, right? So, we are able to get adjusted with that situation. So, stress adaptation, positive stress adaptation. Positive stress adaptation, all right. So, these are all about some of the characteristics of mentally healthy person. This side I have explained about socio-cultural, and also self-respect, you can put this term there, self-respect And very important psychological term is empathy. Empathy, develop empathy, being sensitive to others. Okay, so all these are parts of, elements of mentally healthy attribute or attributes of a mentally healthy person. Okay, so this is, I think this is one essay question that's being asked in university exam. Define mental health, explain in detail or list out the characteristics of mentally healthy person. Okay, and 24 hours we cannot be like, we may not have such things. We may come, see, there is like a, sometimes we go up with a good positive attitude and level of motivation will not be actually to the peak, we comes down, right, or we come down with a low mood or emotional disturbance, etc. So there, that is why we actually in psychology we have a therapy called HALT. When you are worried, are you hungry, are you angry, are you lonely, are you tired? Sometimes it's like a self check questionnaire to yourself to know whether are you stressed out due to any of these factors. All right, so my question is, are you hungry or are you angry, or are you lonely or are you tired? So hope you are not tired. So that is for today's class from psychology, psychiatry or educational psychology. Of course, BPT students can learn this under community medicine. So thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.